Previously on A Galaxy United. Under the scorching dual suns of Tatooine, the party make their way into Anchorhead to uncover the whereabouts of both the potential star maps that Revan had hidden, or information about the Cult of Isaidus to further their mission. The party decided to divide and conquer and split up to investigate possible leads and get information in their own way. Epsilon and Enoch encountered a Twi'lek that Epsilon was familiar with. Zeeg and Juvia decided on some friendly gambling to coax out some information. And Xenno decided to speak to an old friend. Collectively, the party learned that the Cult of Isaidus had a particular interest with Krayt Dragon DNA. Krayt Dragons are well known for their pearls, which are powerfully force-attuned gems the dragons create in their gullet that allows those who wield lightsabers to gain very apt upgrades to their weaponry. They are a rare thing to obtain due to the danger of taking it from a Krayt Dragon, and very, very valuable. And because the Krayt Dragon in nature are very powerfully force-attuned creatures by proxy, their DNA is valuable to a cult looking to gather as much force-powerful things as they can. As such, there were whispers of missing archeologists that were studying Krayt Dragons that were very clearly linked to the Cult of Isaidus sightings on the planet. It seemed that the Cult of Isaidus was hunting down creatures that were strongly attuned to the Force, following in the footsteps of the Sith they worshipped. Given the knowledge that Isaidus previously was on the hunt for cloning capabilities for an army, this was not good news to uncover. Unfortunately, they will have to make their way into the vast desert expanse to locate the Krayt Dragon cave that Revan visited before, and see what they can learn while out there. What is it that the cult so badly wants with these force-sensitive creatures? Why do they want the DNA of a Krayt Dragon? And will the party be able to intervene in time before the details of what the cult is up to is uncovered? Only the sands seem to know the answer. Alrighty. So, last time, you guys had successfully landed onto Tatooine and began searching for further information about the Cult of Isaidus, as well as the whereabouts of Revan and the star map that she found many years ago. The party split up into several different directions to ascertain different information in various ways that are unique to them. Some involved friendly gambling, some involved touching base with an old friend, some involved some heavy intimidation. All of them were very effective in getting the information you needed. You guys learned that the Cult of Isaidus was, in fact, spotted here on Tatooine. They were kidnapping archaeologists that were here to study Krayt Dragon DNA, as Krayt Dragons are one of the most powerfully Force-affiliated creatures in the galaxy. Hence their production of Krayt Dragon pearls that are used for modifications for lightsabers. As such, you guys know already that previously, Isaidus himself had tried to utilize the DNA of force sentient plant, as well as cloning capabilities of a Star Forge, to create a force-sensitive, strong clone army to take over the galaxy. It could be very much heavily inferred that the Cult of Isaidus is not going to use these force-sensitive creatures' DNA for good, and likely are probably going to do some sort of perversion similar to what Isaidus has done. So, gathering up that information and taking some time to prepare before venturing out into the desert, the party, you guys are prepared for it now. You have plenty of hydration aspects to you, plenty of food rations and the like. Unfortunately, Xenno was called away for another task, and so it is now just Enoch, Epsilon, Juvia, and Zeeg, of whom the latter one is really not enjoying his time on a desert planet. Sand and sun is not fun. So, that being said, with taking plenty of time and the guidance of Enoch, as he has previous experience in the desert, you guys are now well equipped to handle going out to the desert. Enoch has kind of jury rigged some stuff because it will take him some time to properly create a suit for Zeeg for these desert planets, but he's still jury rigged something to kind of help Zeeg handle the hot, dry weather that is Tatooine. It is fairly early in the morning. The suns have not quite risen, so it's first light. The best opportunity for you guys to venture out before it gets too hot. And you guys are making your way towards where Epsilon's bestie had indicated where Revan had been prior, with the star maps in an old Krayt Dragon cave that she had taken down. As you guys are venturing forth, even with the sun's not even in the sky yet, it's still very warm. It would be the equivalency of about mid-80s. Still cool in regards to normal Tatooine vibes, but still very, very warm. The sand under your feet is very hot still, just residual from the heat of just desert life. And it's a very uncomfortable walk. I apologize, Zeeg. It's not a fun time.
Not having a good time.
No. I'm sorry, buddy. It's not the best of times for you, friend. But you've got like one of those if you go to like an amusement park or a zoo or something on a hot day and the tourists have like those fans, those electric fans that are like blowing in their face. You have them circled all the way around you in like a halo.
I've thought about it a little bit, and I think Zeeg, sort of like desert frogs, he gets kind of this like mucusy layer on his skin that helps protect it just kind of naturally. And then maybe Enoch helped him fashion a sort of like humidity mask that he can speak through, but that keeps his face and throat moist.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, because Enoch will definitely be working to get you a full suit like what he has for future desert excursions. He's going to look into getting stuff for other climates. Because he doesn't want his party to die, preferably. So,
like, I need you all functioning at max capacity.
Pretty much. The rest of you, it is very dry. Epsilon, unfortunately, being a gank, there's sand in some of your mechanics, so there's like some slight grinding occasionally. When you like move, like your knee grinds, and it's literally because of grains of sand. It's not pleasant. Sand is not fun for mechanically inclined people.
That really like that frustrated, through the teeth, gritted scream that people do. She will do that every single time something grinds.
So you guys will go a few steps, and then you'll just hear that noise from Epsilon. A few steps more, another noise.
I feel like Zeeg would have a little like plastic spray bottle with some water in it, and would try to lean down and like spray some of the sand out of the joint.
So you need an air compressor thing you use to like clean your keyboards, because if you put wet on anything, the sand is going to be extra stuck.
He doesn't know that.
You have wet sand.
He's trying.
He's like the air compressor things. Just keeps blowing out various pieces from her finger.
Needs to be one of like the long little like tube extension to really get into precision points.
Yeah, it just comes out of one of her fingers. She has like every multi-tool in her hand.
She just leans down, and then suddenly there's just a poof of sand that comes out the other side of her kneecap. Oh. It's a grand time. Enoch, you are about the only one that is, I say comfortable, but it's like a very loose iteration of the word comfortable. As comfortable as one can be on the sand. You are very familiar with this. Like, it doesn't even faze you.
He's having a grand time. He's like, oh, I missed walking on sand.
Yep.
In my face.
Yeah. For you, it's very familiar. The rest of the party, you guys will see that Enoch kind of walks with a different gait on sand, almost as if he knows how to walk above it. Because, sorry, Zeeg, not discriminating against you or anything, but you are big and beefy. You do kind of like sink a little bit every time you step. But yeah, Enoch's basically doing the dune sand walk. Like, somehow he's able to be on top of the sand.
Zeeg's just making a trail through it.
It's like the Lord of the Rings going through the mountain pass where Legolas is just casually walking on top in the snow and everyone's like up to their waist in it.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what's happening here. The worst part is, like, wind will blow behind, so, like, you'll have a trail and then it just gets blown away by the sand. So you have, like, a brief trail behind you. I mean...
Just a channel in the sand behind Zeeg.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, if you want to try to mimic Enoch, give me a dexterity check.
Zeeg would be trying to do it too. He would see this looks easier and would try.
All right, dex check. Go ahead. I dare you.
Okay.
It's about as average as I could get. A 10 and a 20.
Wow.
It's a 10 for me.
It's Epsilon and Epsilon and Zeeg. You guys try to mimic, but Zeeg, you just kind of have like this snaking path behind you. Like, it looks like fucking Tremors tunneler type of path going behind you. Epsilon, you just get frustrated because now you have more sand in your joints and you have to stop every 2 feet to, blast a puff of sand out. Juvia, however, you've kind of observed Enoch and you kind of have an idea about nature yourself. Enoch, you will be very pleasantly surprised and pleased to see that Juvia is following your lead, and you two are doing the dune sand walk. You guys are perfectly in sync. It is fantastic.
Oh, what's the matter, you two? Can't quite get your footing.
This sucks.
Aww. Zeeg, buddy.
Why couldn't we go to a water planet?
You did have the option of Manon, and that is an all-water planet, just saying.
Oh, he knows. He's a little grumpy about that.
What the planet is literally the only thing that would be worth. You know what I do? Think.
Do you? 'Cause I feel like you don't have many thoughts.
She just like looks at her hands and she's fucking lost. She has no idea what. I
Pointing.
don't float. I am like 80% metal. I sink like a rock. Metal rock.
Well, that's unfortunate for you, sweetheart.
I mean, technically it's fine because there's no water here, which is part of the other problem.
I want to try something. Zeeg would be getting frustrated by the sand at this point. I feel like he would just thrust his hand forward and just try to like force push a path through the sand for himself for a bit.
Okay.
Parting the sea.
It's
Pretty
like a
much.
big sand cloud.
Just poof.
Listen, he's just not having a good.
No, he's not having the best of days. No. Do you have like force push or something like that?
I do. I have
Okay.
force push as an ability.
Go for it.
Okay, what do I need to roll for that?
That
Or do I
is-
just use it?
just
Let's
stop
see
getting at the
here.
sand.
Technically, it's a saving throw. Does the sand make a saving throw?
No. The sand cannot make a saving throw.
What?
You just roll it as like a strength check.
What's the Sans DC?
Yeah, what's the sand's DC? Because
The
that's
question we ask in any game is just
I'll let you decide what I should roll, since it's normally a they roll against it.
I will say, just because the sand cannot, in fact, make a roll, there is no DC for sand.
Good.
It,
If Sand rolls anything, I'm leaving this planet.
listeners. Comment below what you think a Sans DC is. Let us know.
It's a DC of 1.
yeah, yeah.
Is it each individual grain of sand, or is it considered a swarm?
That's the
I
question.
think we're getting too meta now.
Just
Real questions.
You just suddenly see, as you roll initiative at some point in time, just sand rolling initiative. That'd be terrifying.
It really would be.
Yeah, because the sand does not have a DC. It can't roll. It's fucking non-sentient. I will say that
It
you
does say
just...
an object automatically fails the saving throw.
Well, technically, the grains of sand are objects, so suddenly there's just a poof of sand. And I have to ask,
Like about
just for...
20 feet in front of me, I could...
Okay. Epsilon, where are you walking in conjunction with Zeke?
I don't know where she is in relation to him. I know she's like trying to keep up with Juvia and Enoch doing their weird walk. It just kind of depends on how well he's doing versus how well she's doing. In what order they would be in, because I kind of feel like he'd be behind her.
Yeah, just because of by proxy of him being heavier and stuff. So,
Yeah.
Zeke, you get frustrated, and so you just use the force to push. Enoch, you're familiar enough with like the movement of sand and sand creatures that you know to move to the side. Juvia's, because you're following him and watching, you see it. Epsilon, you're kind of in that like middle point where you get at least enough of a heads up to like turn, because you feel like a tremor in the force, and then suddenly there's just a shooting of sand and just poof. You just got dusted by sand, and there's now a channel of sand for about 20 feet ahead of Zeke. And Zeke can walk normally now. He's just walking in the trenches.
This is better.
Within that clouded bloom of sand, all Zeeg will see is a faint silhouette in the ignition of a pair of lightsaber blades and some force lightning crackling in a small ball adjacent to the blades.
Hey, little one, should we start calling you Sandy?
Zeke is just walking through the trench. He's completely oblivious to what he just did, other than that it's easier to walk now.
Poor Epsilon got jump scared, thinking something was gonna come up from the sand. Nope, just Zeke.
Her concern has turned to anger.
Can you blame him? He's a freaking amphibian on a desert planet. He is not having a good time.
Irrelevant. You made it my problem.
So Juvia, while this happens, she just starts humming Sandstorm by Gerard.
Do-do-do-do.
Enoch is like, I'm surrounded by such strange people.
Yeah,
I think he's
yeah,
just happy he can walk normally for a minute.
you get to the end of that 20 foot and just poof. Except now, Epsilon, you're aware of it and know to stay off to the side or get into the trench with him to follow.
Oh yeah, he's gonna do that the whole way.
So we have this is the best
He
visual
is
ever.
sand plowing his way through the desert.
He is. So we have Juvia and Enoch who are doing the dune sand walk above the sand, dodging the bursts of sand. Then you have Zeeg just like going snow plow on the sand, making a trench for him and Epsilon. The good news is, Epsilon, with this trench, sand is no longer getting into your gears except for the occasional like burst of natural wind from Tatooine. So you don't have to stop and, air spray your joints as much. So there's some positives to it. Still disgruntled Epsilon noises to be heard in the trench. But you guys continue your journey through the sand and dealing with the lovely, lovely heat as the suns continue to rise. It's getting close to about midday, and you know that you are not far from the burial mounds of the Krayt Dragons where the cult was spotted, which is not too far from the cave itself that Revan was in. You can kind of see, the whole time it's just been a vast, like, flat, well, with the occasional, like, dunes. Just sand everywhere. Kind of akin to, like, going through Kansas, where you can see things from miles, but you just don't get closer to it, even though you think you should be. Eventually, though, you do kind of start to see a change in the environment around you. And you can see that, like, the dunes kind of shift, and you start to see, like, these big cliffs with, like, this, enclave sort of thing. Like, you would imagine ages ago this probably was some sort of temple, but, sand and just the natural animals and creatures of Tatooine probably destroyed it over eons. Epsilon, you would know that this is where your little Twi'lek friend had pointed out where the archaeologists had been taken before. And as you guys are... Well, you know what? That's a little bit too late to wonder why you didn't fly or get speeder bikes. Hindsight. Hindsight is, in fact, 2020.
She wouldn't have thought of it until they got there. Just be like, why the fuck didn't we get speeder bikes or just fly our ships here? Like, why the fuck did we just walk through the fucking desert? But she would not have thought of it until they got there. Because now she's going to be like, now we have to fucking walk back.
I can always call Horizon to get us back if it's a problem.
Wouldn't Horizon have brought us here?
Horizon probably could have brought you guys there, yeah.
Why did we not think of using the sentient ship to travel?
I have 3 ships. One doesn't even fully work, and any of them would have been a better option than walking through this shithole.
I mean, at
Fucking
least the
half
path back
cat
is
box.
easy now.
Enoch, like, doesn't say anything really because he's quite happy to walk across the desert. So he's like, God, no one said anything, so I figured everyone was okay with it.
Leave it to the fucking troll to be like, I'm gonna go for a sand walk. Whee! As you guys get closer to this clearly decrepit old fucking temple, give me a round of perception checks if you'd be so kind.
What is my
Where's my perception?
See if oh, let's
Oh,
I have lost. Oh, there it is.
That is an 8, because Enoch has been distracted by the
Perception,
grumbling
that's
from
the passive
Epsilon.
wisdom, right?
What is it wisdom? I think
Been
so.
a while since I've looked at the character sheet.
It's been a while.
you
Someone
Someone
had,
else has been watching Critical Role, I see.
yep, it is wisdom, yes. Also, thanks for that brain cell moment because my brain went there too.
So it's the passive wisdom perception on my character sheet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be... That's a 30 for Zeeg.
Jesus Christ.
I rolled a natural 18 and I have 12.
God damn. Zeeg is
What the fuck?
Zeeg's focused. I mean,
He's not having a good time. He wants to get off this planet as quickly as possible. He is locked in.
he said, "Fuck you, I do what I want." Okay. Unfortunately, Enoch, you are not as attentive as you normally would be. You and
Too much
Juvia,
grumbling and bitching from the others.
you guys are distracted by Epsilon bitching about how we could have just flown here and it would have been so much easier. Zeke, you're just like, I want to get the fuck out of here. I'm sick of this place. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. So you are focused. You, although you may not have spent much, if any, time on Tatooine, you at least are aware of what sand people are and the sound that they make. You can distinctly hear and see, as you get closer, there are a couple of sand people. Even better because you rolled so high. You also notice a massive creature. Well, okay, it's still... I have to remember, it's also Zeeg, so massive to him is extra massive to the rest of the party. Okay. It is a large creature. It's a big creature that is caught under a net with these sand people around it. Zeeg, you are able to immediately identify that they have netted and captured a juvenile Krayt Dragon.
First thing he would do is throw his arms out to stop the group. And he'd just say, "We're not alone." And he would point out the sand people and the trapped dragon to the rest of the group.
Whoever is close enough to Zeeg, please roll me a dex save so that you don't get yeeted by the sudden big ass arm going mom
Just
style.
clotheslined by him.
Yeah. So oh, Epsilon.
Oh no.
He was using him as a sand plow, and then it stopped.
Can Juvia, like, use another arm to grab Epsilon out of the way?
Yeah. So go ahead and re-roll that, Epsilon, because we'll say that you get advantage with help from Juvia.
I'm gonna laugh if it's a nat one.
I will die. I will be deceased if that is the case. No, much better. Okay. So, this is how this happens. Juvia, you see Zeeg's arm go out in that very stereotypical mom fashion of reaching out to hardcore stop them. So you get ready to move. You see that Epsilon is not paying attention. She's distracted by for some reason. So you just reach out with one of your arms and yoink her away before she gets clotheslined.
We're not alone.
You know, hiding his amusement at what just happened to Epsilon, Enoch kind of starts taking a look around himself.
That's the second time I've prevented casualties for you, little one. Seems you're making it a habit of me protecting you.
From where we're at, am I able to see if these sand people seem like agitated or on edge at all? Or if they're pretty, do they even know that we're here yet?
That's their general state of existence. They're just agitated.
Pretty much. They do not seem aware of your proximity to them at the moment. They seem to be conversing with themselves, and you can see gesturing and, posturing towards the juvenile Krayt Dragon. Enoch, now that you are aware of the situation and can apparently speak Tuscan Raider.
Literally in his languages.
Fucking okay. I was not ready for that. Oh, legit. Okay. This was
Boba Enoch.
Boba Enoch. Yeah.
Enoch Fett.
Enoch Fett. You are aware of exactly what they are speaking about. There is, you can recognize by your understanding of Sand people that there is, like, the chieftain. He is the leader of this particular hunting party. He seems to be just kind of giving commands to essentially find ways to incapacitate the juvenile dragon before it can break out, because they need to excuse me, they need to take it back to their encampment to, quote, harvest the pearl.
Also, I just realized I was looking at the wrong number for my perception. It would have been a 20, not a 30.
What? Still.
I was looking at my passive perception, not my actual one. Still a good roll, but I didn't want to.
Still a good roll. Well, you still saw what you saw. I mean, you still rolled pretty fucking high.
Looking at the wrong perception.
It's all good. It's been a while.
It has.
Enoch's head is like tilted as he is like listening and watching them and picking up what they're saying, what they're laying down.
Yeah. But yeah, it seems that they have captured this dragon and have the intent to incapacitate, because they cannot kill it currently, and will be taking it back to their encampment to harvest the pearl, as well as to quite likely use the rest of it for drying of meats for their travels and etc. They just are unable to do it with the small party that they have. They could capture, they could not fully incapacitate.
So we're looking for a juvenile Krayt Dragon, weren't we? Or like one that had made its home in a place that we're looking for?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, and you are not far from the Krayt Dragon cave that Revan was at, so this would fall under the territory of whatever Krayt Dragon was living in that cave. Which, it's very possible that it was this particular juvenile.
Kind of slips a little bit back to the group, because he kind of took a couple steps ahead to hear better, but then he's like, I think that's the Krayt Dragon in the cave that we're looking for. And I don't know if you know about Krayt Dragons, but they tend to have a pearl in them that's pretty valuable, and they're trying to find a way to incapacitate that dragon so they can take it back to their camp and harvest that pearl.
We can't let them do that.
Nice question about the terrain, really quick. Obviously, I know we're on Tatooine, but are we in like an area that's relatively flat, or are there like dunes that we can be behind?
There are dunes that you can be behind. Once you get more into where this decrepit, fallen apart temple is, it's more flat, but where you're currently observing, you can hide behind dunes.
Gotcha. I just wanted to make sure we weren't like having a conversation standing around in plain sight of these Tusken
Yeah,
Raiders.
yeah, no, y'all are just standing there with the sun gloriously shining off of Epsilon's metal, like totally revealed. No, no, you guys are hidden behind a dune.
Listen, with this group, it's entirely possible that we were just standing out in the open.
You're not wrong.
I mean, Enoch takes pains to always kind of try to not be visible. He's like, I'll let everyone else draw the attention.
He is Stealth Boy for a reason.
Do we get the sense that these Tuskens would probably not be happy at our interference?
100%. Enoch, you know that the harvesting of the pearl is not for profit or anything for sand people. It's revered as like it's a token for like the main, like the chieftain, like the big king of the sand people. Like it's almost got a religious aspect to it. So the harvesting of one is massively important to the sand people. They will not let anybody interfere.
Normally Enoch could be like, I'll let them deal with like tank the dragon because then it gets it out of the way for us. But he knows Juvia is like, I need a dragon, so he's just like, shit.
At this point, Zeeg has just unclipped his lightsaber and is just waiting for a cue. He's pretty much accepted there's going to be a fight coming.
Yeah, that's about all the provocation that Epsilon needs, or she'll take out her double saber as well. It's just kind of like bouncing in place, like yes, 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 yes. She's ready to take her anger out of this fucking Hothcat box on Hothcat box people.
Just a quick
DM.
question. Am I the only light sighter on this group now?
Yes.
This is going to be interesting. I just realized that.
I think Epsilon's more grayish in a sense. If I'm
That's
right.
fair.
Yeah, Epsilon's definitely in the gray area. She has no problems using whatever is available to her. Definitely ish.
So
It's like the darker gray scale.
Yeah.
if we're getting ready for a fight, can I go ahead and prep a little bit
Yeah, absolutely.
by casting instinctive movement on myself?
I have a few quick questions.
Go for it.
So, I'm always going to ask this: are there like signs of life besides the Tusken Raiders or the Sand People?
Other than the sand people and the netted juvenile
Krayt
dragon, no. There's nothing else that you can tell that is alive out there.
Okay. My next question is: are we like up from them?
You are angled in a way where yes, you are up, but there's a lot of like multiple dunes that you can kind of like bunny hop to and from to get your way down there to them.
Well, my like, because I have a plan slightly.
What's your plan?
The dragon's like incapacitated right now, right?
Yep. It is currently under a net and unable to move.
All right. Y'all have force push, right?
Yeah. You just saw me
Obviously.
blast a trench through the sand.
Zeeg, I know you do. I have eyes. I have 8 of them.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. Focus on the middle one. But you two, and she indicates to Enoch and Epsilon, like, do you have the pushy?
Obviously.
No. I have shucky. And I throw
Right.
stuff good.
Great.
Lord.
I can spin saber
So-
very fast.
Could we theoretically give them a Durad sandstorm?
If Enoch
I don't
and
think we can move that much sand.
if Enoch
With
and
your-
Zeeg work together, you could at least do like a small enough sandstorm to be effective, at least. Not a massive one, but
How far away are we from this Tuscan and this
Yeah,
dragon?
that was my next question.
I I would say that you guys are about 25 feet away from it.
Alternatively, I could just charge.
It-
I can be pretty distracting. I can go after the Tuscans, cause some chaos.
Well, the reason why she said that was because if she can get close enough to like cut the nets,
Then we have a dragon that's angry, probably, to deal with too. I think we take care of the Tuscans while the dragon's restrained, and then deal with the dragon.
just a food for thought, but yeah, okay.
I mean, knowing Juvia, she'll probably find a way to communicate with the dragon, so
She's not leaving with that without that dragon, and she's making sure that dragon lives.
How far away is the nearest Tuscan from me?
where you
And
guys
how many are there? I don't know if we asked that.
There
Last
is there's a total of 6.
Okay.
You can also see that there are like bodies around. Some of them are have Tuscan Raider outfits on. Some do not. They look a bit more science-y. So it can also be inferred that before they actually got to net the dragon probably took out a few.
Makes sense. I am in favor of charging and causing chaos. If you guys want to do what you do best to capitalize on that, I think we take out the Tuscans first, and then deal with the dragon.
A dragon will be a problem if it breaks free.
Maybe somebody makes that their priority, and he kind of side-eyes Juvia.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
Fine. But if I do make a breach with the dragon, I get to keep the dragon?
You were going to keep the dragon either way.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm reconfirming that plan with y'all. Being a team player and all.
All right. We all agreed then?
I do have some flash mines that could potentially blind them.
Wouldn't that also potentially blind us?
Not if you're in range when I set it off.
Well, I plan on charging. I'm not really good at a distance, so I would be in range. Maybe save those.
Close your eyes, Deke. It's all good.
Odds are I'm charging in the wrong direction if I close my eyes. Let's be real.
Don't you have the force? Can't you just like close your eyes and use the force?
I don't have that kind of power. My training is less subtle.
We just send mine in to set up the mine from a distance, and then it can go off, and then you can charge in.
Unless they see the mines being set up. And then we lose the element of surprise.
Little tiny droid just like scuttling through the sand. Like a little Roomba under the sand. He does kind of look like a Roomba with legs, actually.
Yeah. I just made that connection. Yeah.
Here's my thought. If I charge and you guys wait a second, I'll draw their attention, and then you can hit them from the sides and the back with them being unaware of your presence. Use me as the distraction instead of the mines. That way I don't go blind trying to fight these things.
I am going to jump on top of them.
So Epsilon and Zeeg are the distraction. Okay.
Works for me.
Distraction
Enoch?
rose.
He's just gonna. Enoch's just gonna kind of flick his hand, and then he just goes invisible.
DM, I have a question.
Yes.
Can the sand be an improvised weapon?
Pocket sand.
I was thinking that pocket sand. Juvia's gonna put sand in her pocket.
You can definitely do pocket sand. It can be an improvised weapon, yes.
So
Okay,
now
let's do
everybody's
this.
just randomly watching her like put sand in her pockets.
He grabs a big handful and holds it out to you.
Aww.
She takes it.
It's like
Pocket
two
sand.
it's like 2 handfuls for Juvia.
Okay, let's do this.
It's fine. She's got enough hands.
How far away is the closest one to me?
About 25 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna burn one of my 2 speed points that I get from instinctive movement. Gives me an extra 5 feet of movement. I have 35 now.
Nice.
Zeeg's gonna flick his lightsaber on, that pink blade's gonna ignite, and he's gonna charge straight at the nearest one and attack.
All
Whenever he
right.
does that, because he's invisible now, Enoch is gonna just immediately start moving to the side to circle around so that he's not in the vicinity of where Zeke is charging from when they
So just
inevitably
as a
hit
fun
you.
point, while I use this ability, I ignore difficult terrain.
Nice.
Zeeg is
Suddenly,
just full speed.
suddenly, miraculously, Zeeg is on top of the sand now.
He's a fucking train now.
He is. He really, really is. All right, so there we go.
Make this bigger.
Yep, go ahead and get yourselves adjusted to where you will be.
How do I put myself on the map?
Carefully.
No, I mean literally.
Oh, yeah, you click on your name and drag.
I see. Where were we at? Would we been like over
To the
over
south.
here to start, maybe?
To
the
the
south?
southish. Southish.
Okay.
South
Well, then I
adjacent.
would've-
Yeah.
Said click on my name and drag. It's not working. Am I stupid?
Okay, click on what fuck how does one D&D? Yeah, you just click on name and drag.
I'm moving my camera around.
Okay, fine. I'll put you on the damn map myself.
Thank you.
Please hold.
I would have been charging at that Tuscan directly in front anyway.
I figured as much. Safe there. Now you have control over your token.
Thank you. Yeah, I would have been right up on him. And now, another fun thing. Do I get to attack first? Like, would they know I was coming yet?
You guys will all get a surprise round. So once you guys are on L map, you can go ahead and roll initiative, and then you guys will get surprise round before we go to actual initiative. So
That's an 18 for my initiative.
nice. Oh well, okay, cool, great, love that.
I'm excited. It's the first combat I've ever had in D&D.
Woo! Oh, okay. Now there. All right. Okay. All right. Fine. Fuckers. Then, even though he cannot move, I'm still gonna put him in there for now. Oh well. All right. There we go. All right. Do 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 do. And then I just need Epsilon to roll initiative. Yep, I know. You got prep shit to do. No worries.
So for placing mines, it says as an action I can prime and set a mine. Does that mean if I have an extra attack, I can do 2 mines in a turn, or is it still just 1 mine in a turn?
Technically, it would be 2.
Oh, excellent.
So, I know Epsilon has like prep stuff to do, but again, you guys will get a surprise round, so we'll just kind of go to each of you before we go to top administrative regular order. So, and any applicable prep stuff that you would have done, go ahead and roll for it, or apply it, whatever the situation may be. And then once you guys are ready, we'll go ahead and get combat going.
I'm good. My prep was the instinctive movement.
Zeeg, since you are 5 feet within Epsilon, you get a bonus to your first melee weapon damage roll equal to your
Fun.
charisma modifier.
That is a 2 for me.
Cool. So whatever attack you roll, add 2 to it for the first attack. Because
Am I attacking first then, or?
No.
Okay.
Enoch rolled real fucking high.
Oh yeah, I see that now.
so-
Whoop.
Enoch being sneaky boy. Alright. Any other prep work that you guys need, or are you guys ready to get this surprise round a rollin'?
Ready.
Ready.
You good to go, Epsilon?
You know, just for fun, we'll do one other thing.
Oop.
Just because
Oh.
it's fitting.
Okay, that is way too fucking fitting. Oh, so Epsilon is basically just gonna bounce around, is what I'm seeing. Cool. Oh, great. She's pulling a Yoda.
They can't hit you. They can't aim at you.
Not wrong. Good lord. That really is a very fitting
Right?
for.
Well, I have other stuff, but it's not prep. It's if I hit.
That's fair.
As he ran forward, Zeeg would have yelled, "Leave this one to me."
glad he hollered that out so that the party would know.
Yeah.
I know it's been a while, so I'm giving a
Mhm.
little bit of grace time as we're readjusting to character sheets and stuff. So. Epsilon, not if I killed him first.
I need a third monitor.
I only have one, so, you know, it's fine. No 9 monitors. I'm good. That's too fucking much. Thank you.
Yes, I can't even fathom having that many to look at.
Right.
I'd always
Jesus
look at like the
Christ.
same one and forget
My
the
old
others.
setup had 3.
Good lord. 2 would be more than enough for me. Alright. All right, Epsilon, are you ready? I know you're itching for a fight to take out your frustrations on the sand. Perfect. Alrighty, so again, you guys all get around because surprise round. So Enoch, you are up.
He is going to, in invisible mode, scoot on over. Oops, that's not how I move. There we go. He's gonna scoot over to here. And he's gonna set a mine over here, a fragmentation mine. And yeah, it'll be his turn because it won't be armed until his next turn. So for now, he's just got just the one mine because that's all he needs to hit everybody within 15 feet here.
Nice. All right. Okay. All right. So then, Zeke, you are up.
All right. Well, I would have charged forward here and lightsaber out, just taking a big ol' swing at this guy. It's a 16 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, so because it moved 20 feet directly at him, I get an extra d4 from my instinctive movement.
Nice.
I'm also going to add. I'm going to burn 3 force points to add 3d8 to the hit.
Damn. Okay.
And a d6 from my lightsaber. See, let me do some math. 1 second.
Please hold for math.
Oh, these are good rolls.
Oh, God.
16, 24, 27 points of energy damage.
Good Lord.
Jesus.
Ow. Ow, my face. That definitely hurt. He felt that hard.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. And then to Epsilon. What the Epsilon doing?
Poor guy is just getting so fucking wrecked.
Yes. He's getting his shit wrecked.
General violence.
As
Zeke's
one does.
mentality is if you have to fight, put them down as quickly and as painlessly as you can.
I don't know about that second half, but I'm real good at the first half.
Might have some disagreements on that second half.
All right, let's see here. Gotta remember how to fight with her because all her crazy setup shit.
Yeah, 22 will
I-
hit.
Feel like I don't need to roll advantage. That's there.
Yeah.
You might get a nat 20.
I mean,
That's the damage bonus. Yeah, we'll just see if I get a nat 20. Where's my split saber? There it is.
no.
Nope,
Okay.
Okay.
But on the plus side, the 22 absolutely hits.
Hit him.
He's real.
Jesus.
15 just for that first hit, but that is
Ow. Ow, my face.
smacking the shit out of him.
I forgot to add my strength damage.
Oh. What would it be then? Okay, now that internet has decided to cooperate for recording purposes, sorry about that, gang.
No worries.
You were talking about retconning a roll for additional damage, right?
Yes, I had forgot my second attack.
Okay, yeah,
I forgot I get 2 attacks this level.
Yeah,
So rolled already. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
yeah, that definitely hits.
All right. I'm once again going to burn 3 more force points, force empowered strikes, to add 3d8.
Go
Plus
for
my
it.
1d6 for the lightsaber. Hold for math.
Please hold
The real
doing
question
math.
is, does he die before I attack him, or does my first attack kill him?
That is an additional 24 points of energy damage.
Nope. He is still
And these things
up.
are tough.
Yeah. I mean, he's really beat up, so, like, fortunately, Zeeg
Oh,
does...
hold on. 24, 27 points of damage. I forgot my strength bonus from Krayt Dragon.
Oh, yeah. He's still barely up, though. Like, he's still got his shit wrecked.
I wanted to kill him.
You did a number of damage on him, and then we get to Epsilon, who, you know, like, between the two of you, he's gonna end up dying at this point. So go ahead with your second attacks, Epsilon, because y'all just gonna be fucking up all this shit.
Remind me, is it 2 attacks per attack because of having 2 halves of a saber?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. And I'm just gonna keep the advantage toggle on for this one.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Eat shit and die.
We hit like trucks.
And then, of course, it's max damage plus damage rolled, but I'm not going to math that because I already know. It's dead, Jim.
He dead.
He deadified. Jesus. So, he barely gets time to turn around when he's getting hit with sabers on one side and then on the other, and then he's dead. Way to start off your surprise rounds. Good God Almighty.
Hey, wait! I didn't get to go.
We're not even close to done yet. Heck, I'm not even done yet.
Yeah, no, you still have plenty. Don't worry. We still haven't even gotten to your surprise round. So,
Oh, look at this other guy in range.
oh boy.
Good thing I basically built my combat after Yoda for some reason.
Apparently, yeah, I don't know how the hell you did that, but yeah, that hits.
Does a 13 do it?
You didn't even need to worry about that.
Oh, they're that squishy. All right.
Yeah. He only had 15 health. Okay, listen.
The dragon, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, look at this other guy in range.
And for that one, a 13 meets it, beats it.
Dope. He can have another 14. Let's see if
There
I
we
feel
go.
like adding anything to it. I think assaulting him has to be my first attack. Yeah, okay, so I can't assault him yet.
That's a phrase.
Let's see, that's a force attack. God, I gotta remember what all of her stuff does. My bonus actions are currently taken by jumping around.
Yeah, your bonus action is I turned into Yoda.
Yeah, basically. That's a melee force attack. I think my lightning charge. Wait. Oh no, I can do this one regularly. What's the range of that? Choice within 5 feet. Oh, oh, damn, there isn't someone within 5 feet of him. I think. How far is this guy? Oh, he's 10 feet. Damn, my lightning can't jump to another person, so I don't want to waste that. I guess I'll just keep it simple and hit a little extra hard on that one hit.
I mean, you might as well.
Yeah. Always.
Lord.
Good lord.
So
All right.
5 more. Nice. 19 to say hello to the third guy, and that's what I got.
Perfect. Then we will go down to Juvia for her surprise round. And yes, Enoch would have let you know to go through the path that Epsilon and Zeeg are carving because Enoch is doing some mine bullshit over on his side.
Watch you be caught in the blast, because he can't help you if you're caught in the blast.
Yeah, that's fair.
Explosives have no loyalties.
It's very true.
Okay.
Be the blast radius.
There we go.
Huh?
The red circle will be the blast radius.
So you know not to be in that area.
So I moved, and then I get to attack once, right? I have 2 attacks, but because I moved.
Nope, you would get
Oh.
your regular movement and then your regular attacks. Otherwise, you could dash, and that would be your whole thing, except for any bonus actions.
I'm gonna blast this guy right here.
Okay.
Does it hit?
I don't know.
The 18 will hit.
I have to refresh. I don't even see Juvia on the map.
And 11 will miss.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty.
Oh, there she is. Okay.
Then we are back to top of initiative order with Enoch. You are up with the remaining Tuscan Raiders on deck.
Enoch scoots over here to be out of range of his own explosion.
Smart man.
And he sets off the mines. Well, the mine, it's just one.
I was gonna say.
And it is. Where did I put it down here? Here we go.
A deck
Put down
save.
multiple. The
Those
explosion
two have to make
detonated
a
chain.
DC 14 save.
Does it work that way? Can you like chain your mines?
He does have the ability. If I were to take the time, where is it? Hold on, I have it written down somewhere because I'm like, I need this information.
And they both fail.
Excellent. They tank 8. Yeah, it's over the course of a minute, I can pair the detonator up to 6 mines within 10 feet of each other, and then as an action, I can remotely detonate all of them from within 90
Nice.
feet. And then it
Dope.
gets better as I go along. I can get, at some point, if I can get him to champion status, he can pair up to 12 mines and then detonate them from within 1,000 feet. So you can watch the chaos from a faraway hill.
That tracks.
And if anyone ever has to come after us, like if we just get to hold up in a location and they have to come to us, they are so many levels of fucked.
They really are.
Exactly. Enoch would 100% set up mine traps. But anyway, that's his turn, and I'm assuming setting them off is a hostile action.
Yes.
So he is no longer invisible.
So
I don't
he
know.
goes.
You set them off.
He goes invisible, sets the mines, they go off, and then suddenly he appears over here. So, that's fine.
Just smirking and
These poor fucking Tuscan Raiders. Alright. So we go to the actual Tuscan Raiders.
Do something about it.
So they have this neat little thing where, as a bonus action, they can move up to its speed towards a hostile creature it can see. This one is coming up
I have
to
that.
Epsilon.
I have that ability too.
And it is going to try to hit you with its gaffy stick. With a nat 20. Aight. Oh, you do have that. Oh, nice. That's handy.
It is the first thing listed on my abilities.
How far away are you from me? Too far. Okay.
Too far, indeed.
You've activated my trap card.
So you just take 9 kinetic damage, because that's all that it can do. It's just a fucking gaffy stick. And then the other one is going to try to shoot at Enoch, because Enoch kind of blasted it in the face. With an 8, I guarantee that misses.
Yep.
Alright.
It'll
Zeeg.
take 5 what is it, psychic damage? It takes 5 psychic damage for hitting me because of my armor of Abeloth.
Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me. Okay. Ow. That hurt. Zeeg, you are up with Epsilon on deck.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and burn my other speed point here to get my last bit from instinctive movement. And that gives me 35 feet of movement, so I'm going to move up here next to Epsilon, I think. I'm
Yep.
still putting names to things.
No
That's
worries.
20 feet of direct movement. I am also then going to burn a power here and do saber assault on this one directly in front of me.
I have that too.
Oh,
No, I
God.
can't start a
Stop
blend.
taking the moves.
I only have 2 attacks, so I only roll for 2, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just don't have a 3rd attack, so I don't get that 3rd benefit no matter what.
That's fair.
Okay. Do I still get the +2 with my charisma for attacking? Is that still happening? The hate thing?
Yep, that's just an
yeah.
aura, so that's constantly
Okay,
going.
cool.
Yeah, as long as
All right,
you're next
first
to
attack.
Epsilon.
That's an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, gets my D8, D6. I'm not going to burn extra this time. I've burned a lot of my force points already. So, but I do... First hit, it needs to make a saving throw. Or it gains 1 slowed level until the end of its next turn.
What is the saving?
It's a good question. First thing you can take.
Dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Right, but I don't know what the DC is.
Hold on, let me see if I have it on mine. That's what I meant by
Meanwhile,
I didn't need to
damage.
assault him.
That is just 7 points of energy damage. Or no,
Okay.
yeah, 7 for the first attack.
I think it goes under your power save DC. I think.
Okay, that would be... Where do I find that?
Top of your sheet under powers. You have your power casting ability, power save DC, and power attack bonus.
Don't have anything written in there.
Well,
what is
that's
my-
you problem
I-
then.
I didn't set that part of my sheet up.
I can't help you
Would that
further.
be strength for me? Is that my power casting ability?
I believe it was strength.
Well, that
Yeah.
depends on your class.
Okay, then it's a DC 14. I'm a guardian.
Yeah, it's strength then. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a
no,
DC
because
14.
No?
I am a guardian, and mine is charisma.
Oh, okay.
Charisma.
Okay.
Okay, DC 13 then.
Oh, well, a little bit better. That's an 8.
Okay, so it is slowed until the end of its next turn. One slowed. Second attack. That is 8. 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. I am going to burn 2 force points. Force and powered strikes on this one.
We have oddly similar things, but now the fact that we're the same class makes a lot more sense.
That is 16 points of damage that time.
Ow.
And
My
it's...
face.
Oh, hold on. It takes another 1d6 for the thing, and it cannot take reactions until the end of its next turn.
Okay.
So it takes another 5 points on that. So what did I say it was?
16.
22 points in total.
Yep.
With 5 of those being kinetic, and the rest energy.
Ow.
And that is my turn.
Alrighty. Epsilon, you are up with the Tuscan Chieftain on deck. You guys are really just carving a path here.
We work well together.
Yeah, you really do.
All right. Well, in that case, now there is someone within 5 feet.
I think I moved up. I also got stuff that only works if someone's within 5 feet.
Hey, it works.
Cool. So I can use that. Alright, so I can use that on any one of my attacks. Cool. Okay, this guy's almost dead. Let's see. I mean, he'll at least live long enough to take the first shot.
I mean,
Or do I hit the guy who has more health? So many options for violence. Hard to narrow it down.
that's a phrase. That's a phrase I didn't expect, but
Excuse me.
there is no excuse for you.
There's not.
Oh.
Regardless, I gotta start with weapon attack, so.
Yeah. Which one are you attacking? The one right in front of you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the healthy one first.
Okay. That obviously hits.
I'll just make both of them for the sake of. And then plus the 8 for my the hatred flowing through me.
I mean, the first one killed it, so.
Well,
just-
that's unfortunate, I guess.
And the second one could take the next. Ow. He's really not looking good. You and Zeeg are just fucking everybody up.
And this goes about as well as you would expect a bunch of sand raiders to do against people with lightsabers.
Pretty much, yeah.
We just gotta clear the path so Juvia can get her dragon.
That's really
Basically,
what's
yeah.
happening, yeah. I mean, because these two are more distracted by, Enoch, who set off a fucking mine on them.
Oh, just wait for the next round.
Oh, balls. Alright.
Well, I don't need to use my shock because there's not. They're too weak for me to use my special combo abilities. Damn it! So just die.
Wow! Okay. Well,
The hatred is flowing through me.
okay. Well, they didn't even get to have any rounds. They didn't get to do their fun shit, really, so they're dead. That's one listed off. Good Christ. Alright. See, when I set this up, I was like, I should make them a little less powerful because the last time we did combat, I damn near TPK'd my party. Now my party is TPKing my enemies. There is no balance.
Nope. Especially not on the Force.
No.
I'm a walking, screaming terror in the Force. There is no balance here.
Literally, yeah. Alright. Was that it for you then, Epsilon? Or do you have one more in you?
I do still have one more in me.
Go for Yep, that hits. Jeez, alright. Okay.
I don't like the way they're looking at me.
This poor chieftain is now by himself.
Where are your people now?
Dead. They're dead.
Very dead.
Oops. This is how you end a cult.
Pretty much, yeah. Welp. That means it's just this poor chieftain. He's about to get his shit wrecked. Alright.
Really strongly support Juvia getting the dragon.
Pretty much.
Aggressive support.
Very much aggressive support. He's still focused on you, Enoch. Like, you have their attention right now. And he's kind of unaware of the rest of his party dying. So he's going to shoot at you. Or try to. Nope, he rolled a natural fucking 1.
He's a little rattled from that explosion and the fact that literally everybody just fucking died within a few seconds around him.
Pretty much. The
That
dragon...
was a nat 1 and a nat 20.
I love that, personally. The Krayt Dragon is just continuing to struggle against its chains, but it seems a little less agitated now that the sand people are taken down, but still obviously skeptical about the rest of you. But that is its turn. Juvia, you're up. Go get your dragon.
Do we still? Isn't there still one, or did it just not get red X'd?
No, there's still one. That's just the chieftain. A 19 hits. The 12 does not.
Also, I looked, and it's charisma for dark side powers, wisdom for light side. So mine would be wisdom.
Oh, well.
It's the same DC, so it doesn't change anything.
I love that you and Epsilon...
I was looking it up because I wanted to find out.
I like that you and Epsilon are like different sides of the same coin, literally, because
kinda
of the
dig it.
class.
Right?
That actually works really fucking well. Alright. Oh, it did... Yep, you did your 7 damage, so then you get to move. You can run towards your dragon.
Really cool acrobatics through that, what looks like a fountain? Maybe dried up fountain?
It's a sand fountain at this point, yeah.
Let's do some fancy moves through the fountain. Impress the dragon on the way.
I don't know if that would
One Ezreal, do
work.
some dramatic moves. Land right in front of it. Do the whole fingers through your hair thing. Just give it a nice flash of a smile and a head nod.
And then chomp, it eats you.
Yeah.
Well, it's...
Also something that would happen to Ezreal.
Yeah. If you are talking, we cannot hear you, dear.
Definitely. Yeah, it's only 20 feet.
Not me.
But yeah, you should be able to get pretty close to the dragon now, Juvia. Like,
1, 2.
Oh, hey, it's only 20 feet.
oh yeah. You should get like right up to it.
Spider for this.
Of course, naturally. The dragon is regarding you curiously but warily. It does not know what your intentions are. But you guys attacking the Tuscan Raiders do at least, render it not trying to attack you for the moment.
I don't know where the rest of this... Oh, never mind. I got it. I have a bonus action, but I just want to remind everybody that I have the adoption perk.
Oh, yeah.
Expertise is the best.
Right.
She pretty much has the Grand Master. She's not commanding it, but I just want to. That's why she has that extra animal handling. So I'll probably have to make an animal handling check.
Probably, yeah. But that's
Do you
good
want
to
me
know.
to do that?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna interact with it, or try to like calm it or communicate with it that you're not gonna hurt it, yeah, go for it.
Let's try communicating with it.
Wow.
I think that's the worst animal handling roll she's got.
Yeah.
That's a surprise.
I mean,
do you have your animal handling set to proficient or expertise?
How do I do that?
Go to your character sheet and hit the little gear on the far right next to powers. And then you scroll all the way down, and you see animal handling is the second one on that list where it says next to it normal.
Mhm.
And you, instead of it saying normal, you click on it and say expertise.
Oh.
And then, yep.
So then it adds your wisdom modifier and the expertise.
Yeah, and
which
then
I believe doubles it.
I think so, if I remember right. And then once that's saved, go ahead and re-roll it. That's much better.
A mutually assured 20.
Yeah, either way. Yeah. So now that the sheet was fixed and it is rolling properly, at first it seems very hesitant, but your natural affinity for creatures and the way that you kind of talk to it and gently reassure the creature you have no intention to harm it, it kind of relaxes. It's still on edge because there's still combat going on behind you.
Don't worry about them. they're ignore them. They're fine.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like its natural instinct to be on edge when there is some sort of combat, in the vicinity. But it's less so on edge, and it's more so just kind of like observant, still wary, but it's not. Juvia, you can tell it's probably not gonna attack you guys upon being freed. It's more inclined to.
I've heard that.
It's still going to be on edge. It's still a caged animal and will behave accordingly. But you at least have given it an edge to trust you more than it had previously. So you're on the right path.
Yeah, she's just lightly like humming, and in between like hums of like a lullaby, she's more of like reassuring the dragon, like, I'm not going to hurt you. And like just that reassurance of like, my friends are not going to hurt you. We're here to help you and to rescue you.
Okay. Alrighty, and then with that, this ain't gonna last very long. Enoch, you're up with Zeeg on deck.
He's gonna target this guy with a force shunt and try to slam him down to the ground. He just like lifts his hand up and like flicks it over in kind of a whatever motion.
In whatever motion. Strength save. Alright. Meets it, beats it.
So, but we got an extra attack, so we'll try it again.
Okay.
just to see if, maybe.
Nope, beats
Damn bastard. Well, that's all Enoch had.
Alright.
He was trying to make it easy for Epsilon.
it. Right.
Like the only time I get to see Lucy roll low and it doesn't even benefit me. Like this makes me Monday sad.
One day snap.
Like this is when I want her to roll well and like help be a team player. Come on, you fucking brotato. And it's like, no.
Listen, I wasn't the one doing the rolls this time. It was him making too high of a roll. It was it's Angie's fault.
Yeah, okay. Sure, blame me. See, I don't
can't
have
do it.
issues in my other games. Thank you.
I'm burning a couple force points to phase walk.
I see this.
It just lets me teleport 30 feet, so I just appear next to this chieftain, just boop,
Fucking
Just-
and I'm gonna go ahead and take a couple swipes at him.
Just suddenly.
That's a
big
natural
ass-
one,
Oh well.
Oh no.
Luckily
so that's
for
a
you.
miss for the first one.
Luckily for
I
you.
teleport and facing the wrong way.
Luckily for you, with that nat one, no one's nearby to get hit, so you just like swing and your lightsaber like cuts through
And take
the
a chunk
sand
out of the fountain.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit of
Well,
the fountain
second attack
has.
then.
So real question, I don't think they ever went over, despite their love of fucking sand planets in the movies. If a lightsaber hits sand, does that immediately glass it?
Good
Like, I
question.
can't recall a lightsaber ever hitting sand in the movies, nor do I really recall them mentioning it in the book, but like the lightsabers hit fucking everything else around them and just walls and ceilings and people and each other and everything. But I'm like, what happens if a lightsaber hits sand? They never went over that.
Considering it can melt
That's it.
Durasteel, I'm gonna say it's just insta glass.
Right? I would think so.
Just because
It's a
scientifically,
15 on the second strike.
A 15 will miss.
Damn it. Do I have anything else I can do?
That's how Epsilon's gonna keep herself entertained on the walk back. She's just gonna start making fucking glass.
And I
things.
retcon a little bit because I forgot this was an ability I have, and use this on my second swing.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I technically didn't use any of my speed. I teleported.
That's true. You did
Ford,
not.
you're fucking me. We're going to the metal die.
You just kind of blipped. You in fact did not actually use your movement speed. So yeah, go for it.
So it's not much better. It's a 16.
Meets it, beats it.
Sweet. So I'm going to go ahead and burn 3 more force points then. Force empowered strikes. That's a lot of numbers.
Mood. So much mood, my guy.
It's fucking Thursday games every time a Juvia fucking punches things. God damn.
So many numbers. That's why I don't use physical dice for a Juvia.
27 points of
fucking
damage.
math I'd have to do. I'm like, no, I don't even care if roll 20 hates me. I'm just gonna let it do the math for me.
We just hear an
that's fair.
avalanche of dice if you were to roll physical dice for a movie.
Basically, I'd have to
right?
use like 3 or 4 different dice sets just to have enough.
Pretty
It
much.
was 27 points of energy damage.
Yep, I heard. I did the math.
Eat it.
Okay, my
that
bad.
hurted it. Sorry. Okay.
I'm gonna talk to this guy.
Eh,
Is this a chieftain? Like, is there anything we could gain from talking
We just
to
killed
this
all
guy?
his friends.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like,
Enoch's the
he's
only one
gonna
who can talk to him.
He's gonna talk. If we want anything out of him, this is the time to let me know to not murderize him.
I
Like,
mean,
this is the chieftain. We talked to all of his friends. Trust me, he'll talk. I
is
just
my
need to know
turn.
if we need him to.
that is fair. So that is up to the party to communicate this to Epsilon. Otherwise, Epsilon's probably gonna kill the chieftain. So the only one who could really talk to him is Enoch. So like,
I mean, we could keep him alive and then question what he knows about the activities happening around the Krayt Dragon cave if they caught the dragon that we were looking for.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to keep him alive for questioning, now's the time to communicate that to Epsilon.
Enoch will just go over the general comms and be like, "Don't kill him. Let's question him." I'm looking at you, Epsilon.
Just for my own
They're, like, really
satisfaction, how hurt
whiny.
is he looking?
I know, right? Like, that's gonna be. It's really hard for me not to kill people.
He
Prometheus, that's my whole thing.
I just picture like a little stomp on the ground, like,
It's like out stomping over toward him to engage him in combat, but she's just like stomping her feet like a child walking somewhere they didn't want to go.
He is at about half health.
Okay.
So with with Epsilon knowing to not kill him, even if the math would quote unquote kill him, it would be more knocking him out than anything. It'd be considered non-lethal damage.
How do you non-lethal with a lightsaber?
Go for the legs.
Yeah, I just cut off all of his limbs. That's
I mean,
Sandworm.
again, I'm really good at being convincing. He'll talk, trust me.
it's
He'll
true.
never walk again or hold his children, but he'll talk.
Oh, it's so dark. Oh my god. Also, because you have Zeeg flanking, that means you get advantage on your attack.
Yeah, that's right.
So, okay. Go
I
for
tell him if he's
it.
afraid.
Yeah, you're pretty sure that if he had time to
Gonna
piss his
be.
pants, he would have pissed his pants. He has had not
Especially when a
time.
7'6" Nautilus just appears beside you.
Hello.
And then a mechanical menace behind him. Like, yeah. See, if he had time to piss his pants, he would have pissed his pants. He is scared. Go for it, Epsilon. Have fun. You are, of course, doing non-lethal damage per Enoch.
I'm gonna start by trying to just scare him into submission, and then if that doesn't work, then I'll just non-lethally beat him into submission. Like, that's about as hard as I can try to not.
Okay, then, yeah, I mean, you could do an intimidation roll to see if you scare the fuck out of him. Yep. Alright.
Look at me. I am the chieftain now.
Are you sure you want that responsibility?
Well, there's not many
Do I
left to
want
be
an
chieftain
army
over.
of sand? I assume that there's more. Like, he's got a whole camp somewhere. Do I want an entire encampment of sand people? You bet your ass I do. Realize what I could do with that? Little sand people army? Like, I'm gonna bring them all back to the main base and everything.
Yeah, I mean, he is, he kind of falls to his knees, lays down the gaffy stick, in the sand in front of, Epsilon's feet. Enoch, because to the rest of you, he's just kind of doing the Tusken Raider sounds. Enoch, you, because you know the language, know that he is acknowledging that he was defeated in battle and is pleading for mercy, as he has rightfully lost his right to have his gaffy stick. Meaning, he lost a battle, he does not deserve the title anymore. It's a big deal
Poor
for
guy.
it's a big deal for sand people.
Solana just looks really annoyed that she can't understand him.
I think he's going to heal him a little bit now that he sees he's surrendered.
Okay. How much are you healing him for?
He gains 7 points. And I lose one of my hit die.
He is now no longer bleeding, so he is Perfectly fine. He still stays kneeling.
Enoch will speak
Damn
to
right
him.
he
He's
does.
like, "You fought well. Not many people can take that many hits from these two and survive." We have some questions regarding the dragon that I would like you to answer if you can.
You see the chieftain look at Enoch. Zeeg and Epsilon, you guys could feel through the force there is confusion before there's like this realization of Enoch actually understands the language. And the chieftain will speak to you, Enoch. And we can assume, just for the sake of understanding, that Enoch will translate it for the party. So we don't have to go through that. Just to make life easier for everybody. The chieftain will kind of nod to you in acknowledgement of the first part of him fighting well. And then it will continue. We were hunting as we are supposed to get the dragon pearl. What questions could you possibly have for us?
There's some individuals that we're looking for who have been trying to track down the dragon themselves for more nefarious purposes. And we're just wondering if you'd noticed any unusual people hanging around the cave while you were tracking this dragon down.
Do you mean the people that hunt in the shadows that have taken those who study the bones of the Krayt Dragon?
Those are the very people that we're hunting in turn.
We have seen them. They have been infiltrating our holy lands and disgracing the burial sites of the great Krayt Dragons. We want nothing to do with them. They send our stomachs churning, and we do not feel that they are safe. They are a blight upon our planet.
Very much a blight. Would you be willing and able to show us where you have seen them and grant us passage through your territory to hunt them down?
For besting my party in battle and showing kindness and sparing my life, I will grant you this.
Thank you. Enoch gives like a little respectful bow to him.
To which you get a respectful head bow in turn.
I'd ask him what burial rites do Tuscans practice.
My friend here would like to know what your burial rites are that you practice for laying your slain warriors to rest.
We send them back to the sand of which we are all born. We bury them so that animals may not pick them and bandits may not desecrate them. From the sand we rise, to the sand we return.
He just kind of nods and moves over and starts digging a hole near one of the bodies. Using the force to kind of just part the
Okay,
sand,
there it
make
is.
it nice and deep.
Fair.
He's going to take care of the bodies.
The chieftain is... You can feel that he has gratitude towards you for showing respect, even after besting them.
You can kind of feel that gratitude because he has those fancy tentacles to let him feel emotion, so he just kind of looks back and gives a slow nod to the chief and keeps
Yeah.
working. That's what he's going to do, is just work on burying the bodies.
Okay. And then there is Juvia with the dragon.
Juvia is still kind of like reassuring and letting the dragon know that like the guy behind us, we're getting information because we're here to solve an issue. She goes, but I do want to free you. but I don't want you to attack us either.
With already working with the dragon to kind of set up that rapport, the dragon just kind of lowers its head in a submissive gesture, showing that it will not attack you. It's no longer on edge now that combat has ended, and it's very clear that the Sand People will no longer do it harm. You know that you could free it, and the dragon will not attack you or your friends.
So she will because a splicer's kit has a knife, right?
Yes.
So she'll take out the knife and she'll slowly start cutting the net around it off. So with each portion being cut apart and everything, she slowly but as quickly as she can trying to get the dragon out, and being mindful not to get any closer to it, to give it that respectful boundary, but to get the net free.
It does take some time because it is a sturdy net built for, bigger, stronger creatures. It's intended to keep them down, but you do work diligently and eventually get enough of it cut off that the dragon can kind of shake off the rest of it and get out of the remaining torn up net. And then the dragon...
And Juvia...
Oh, go ahead.
Take her topmost right hand and put it up so the dragon can sniff her and she's letting it know that I'm friendly, my party's friendly, they're not gonna do anything. She distinctly side eyes Epsilon, who seems to be jumping around the map. Stop doing side movements, you little heathen.
She is watching from the sand fountain with great interest. She's just crouched down, peering over the wall of it, just watching.
But she's put her hand up just to be I'm friendly, my party is friendly, you can sniff me.
You hold your hand out, and the dragon kind of observes you for a moment, is kind of looking over your party. You could tell it's just absorbing what it's seeing. And then, thematically appropriate, the dragon kind of leans in and pushes its nose to your hand, a la How to Train Your Dragon.
Just while that's happening really quickly, can I burn a couple charges of that to regain some of the force points I burned during that fight?
Go for it.
I can do it up to 3 times, so I will use all 3.
Juvia, as the dragon touches you, because you have certain ties to the Force that help you with understanding animals, that touch, and with the Krayt Dragons just naturally being very Force-affiliated creatures, you kind of gain an understanding. For a moment, you kind of see a memory that's not yours flicker in front of your face from this dragon's perspective as a young one, a hatchling, and its mother in a cave, and you could see a contraption in the corner that you recognize as being one of the star maps that Revan found. And then the memory kind of changes into older time, and you can see the mother dragon leaving the cave. Looks like it's chasing after Sand People. And this was probably some time ago, because the perspective was from a much smaller, younger dragon. You would be able to infer that this dragon's mother was lured out by sand people and, in all reality, probably killed and harvested and left this dragon to its devices. Very unpleasant, but that is the way that Tatooine works. But there is one other thing that kind of comes up. You kind of can... Everybody collectively kind of hears this rumble from the dragon. It's not aggressive. It's not angry. It's kind of almost akin to a purr. But, Juvia, you very specifically, from this touch, can just feel that with that rumble, there's one word that you just instinctively can infer from the dragon, and it's mother. It seems to correlate the affections that it had from its mother to you.
Yes. She like will softly like hum a little bit, and she's like she kind of like tries to like say like in without saying words necessarily, but like, if you come with me, I will ensure your safety. Like, she's trying to like coax the dragon to come with her. And like then she kind of like says, I'm sorry, but I'm glad your mother protected you to the end. Like, she's very sincere because she doesn't like know if her mom leaving died or what have you. So she kind of has that correlation of like, I know what it's like to lose my mother. But she also is like, I will do everything I can to protect you, and like trying to like convey that like the raiders, she can't stop every single Tusken raider. So she's like, I can't protect you if I'm off this planet. But she's also like, she pauses for a second, and she kind of like doesn't want to ask, but she's like, where is this cave? Because my friends kind of just need a relic from it to protect everyone.
As you're conveying this, the dragon is kind of like nuzzling into you, kind of like what Horizon did when you first met her, like that nose into you, like loving on you type of thing. The dragon is doing very similar. You kind of get the feeling that the dragon and Horizon probably would get along, which is terrifying, for several reasons.
Tries to be like, oh, a playmate my size. Well, not quite my size. I'm still probably a little bit bigger, but
yeah,
only because of the
it'll
baby.
Yeah, it's exactly. She'd still love the dragon like crazy, but the dragon then kind of pulls away and looks to the rest of your party, and then it moves out to like, because it was kind of curled up in the net very uncomfortably. Now it's free and can kind of stretch out, and it kind of moves and lowers itself to the ground and just looks at you, Juvia, and you just get this like connection sense of that the dragon is offering for you guys to ride on its back, because it can move much faster in the sand than you guys could, and will take you to the cave.
Does it look hurt at all?
It's fair. It's a little bit injured. Yeah, you can see that there's some like cuts and stuff, but it's not in danger of being, dying or anything. It's lightly hurt. It's still hurt, but
Enoch will tank it up on that ride offer, but he'll let Juvia get up there first because
that's fair.
Juvia like turns to the party and she relays that like the dragon's gonna take us to its cave.
Iggy's gonna heal it up a little bit with another give life.
It will appreciate that.
7 points.
Pourquoi? Pourquoi?
Yay.
It's gonna what?
I acquired.
Juvia,
You may kill people a lot better than I do, but I acquired a dragon.
Interesting to see how riding this compares to a sandworm.
It'll be better than
As he
walking.
climbs up onto it.
Juvia did name the dragon, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Is it a female or a male?
Peek under the hood.
With your connection, you know that the dragon is a male.
That's fine because its name is Terran.
Terran. Okay.
School to Terran.
I love that.
How do you spell it?
Tarin. Terran. Because if it was female, it would have been Saigael.
Bless you.
Thank you for giving us the easier one to spell.
I know, right? All right. Terran will, once you guys have gotten onto its back, will lift up. What are you taking the chieftain with you after burying the bodies of his comrades?
Now, what do we do with
I
this
would
guy?
ask him what he
Epsilon's
wants to
over
do.
there by
Does
him,
he-
just holding him up by his like collar. Hey, what are
does
we
he
doing with
want to
this
come with
one?
us?
Juvia's gonna like look at Enoch and be like, tell the raider that he lives. But if he ever harms a dragon and I find out, I will decimate his whole bloodline. And
That
then
seems extreme.
You do realize that that goes completely against their entire way of life.
I'm just saying.
Do we
Beef?
just feed him to it?
Does he want to come with us?
We're not bringing him with.
Why not?
It's probably
He's
better
clearly-
to send him back to his tribe so that he can inform them of what we're doing here and so that they don't attack us. Well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has the mercy of living.
So Enoch will tell him to go back to his people and to like pass on like the information that we're here to hunt the shadow hunters basically and to excise the blight and whatnot. But he'll also tell him it's like hold off on hunting the dragons until she is no longer on the planet.
Fair.
Because he knows that you can't change like tribal traditions of native like people on the planet or whatever. So he's like, I'm not gonna pass on her threat, and I'm just gonna say, just don't do it while she's on the planet.
The chieftain will acknowledge that and go on to say, while the shadow demons roam our planet, it is unsafe for us to get the pearls, as it were. It will be safer if we remain in the sand. And just kind of nods in affirmation.
Enoch returns the nod, like, yeah, good plan.
Can you tell him one thing for me?
Yes.
Tell him his warriors fought well.
No, they didn't.
Shut up.
Enoch will pass that on. Not the. He'll pass on.
He's having a rough time being the only light sider in this group right now. He's
Alright.
trying.
He's trying
And
so
she's just
hard.
toddler holding this chieftain out, like waiting to determine what they're doing with him.
You can put him down, Epsilon.
Let him go, heathen. For now.
Which way? Ask him which way his tribe is. I'll give him a head start.
No, you're gonna leave him alone. We have bigger things to worry about.
I'm just gonna throw him in the direction.
Let him go or we're leaving you behind.
Fine, it just dropped him, like from the height she's holding him in. Does not set him down, just drops him. Like skulks over to the dragon and is now trying to figure out how the hell she's gonna sit on a dragon. Probably decide to try to climb onto Enoch's back.
How big is this dragon's head?
Enoch's just like, what what the fuck? He's like looking at her in confusion.
Yes, Zeeg, you could ride the dragon's head comfortably.
He's
Let
just
her
gonna hang onto the horns on either side and just have the time of his life.
Imagine Juvia like kind of guides people, like guides everyone to like how they should sit and everything and where to grab so they don't hurt the dragon.
You'll notice when Enoch climbs up that he seems used to riding giant living creatures.
Yep.
But he does take her pointers because he's not ridden a crate before, but he has an easier time climbing up.
He's just trying to keep his legs out of the dragon's eyes.
All right. Once everyone is situated and ambled onto the dragon, he takes off into the sand, and the way that, like, Zeeg, you'll notice because you're on his head, like, you could see his front claws moving. The way that you dug into the sand, like, you see his massive claws do that, but somehow it's almost like he's designed to catch purchase and push off because you guys are launched. It's like when you're in a car that has no AC and you have the window down. That's currently what the party is experiencing for wind. It's actually not bad. It's still warm air, yes, but because it's blowing, it's still cooler. And you guys are moving at a massive amount of speed compared to how you were moving before.
Wee.
Yes.
Enoch
Also,
definitely feels like a thrill of exhilaration because it's been a while since he's ridden a fast-moving thing through the sand, so he's just like, oh, I missed this.
Wheeze in French. Yeah, it's a grand old time for you, Enoch. Like, you're getting kind of vivid flashbacks. And it kind of awakens more core memories from you. But you guys do eventually make it to the cave, and once you guys are in the cave, you can see the ancient mechanic thing. Padfoot. Sorry, someone really wants to go OUT and is deciding now to throw a tantrum. So when you get into the cave, you see the massive ancient mechanical thing that is a star map that you saw in Revan's information. Once you're in the cave, Taryn will lower him to the ground again to allow you guys to get off of him and do whatever it is that you need to do with the artifact.
Heads over to it.
Man, the Cult of Isaidus is going to be really upset when they figured out that, like, not only did we get the artifact, but that we tamed a dragon to do it.
We just took the whole thing. You know how you're looking for this thing? We took the whole thing.
How big are the star
Come
map
and get it.
devices anyway? I forget.
They're
Epsilon doesn't even remember why we're here.
they're
Why did we come to the cave?
You're right. They're decently sized. They're about as tall as Zeeg is, to be honest.
Can I carry it?
Jesus. All right, big guy.
Can I just try to pick it up and carry it?
We gotta do something for you. We're gonna strap this to your back, and then we're gonna probably strap you onto the dragon.
You actually probably could.
I feel like you probably could. Like, can you just backpack this thing? Do we consider the fact that we
try.
might need to move these giant ass things?
I mean, moving it away from where they know it is a smart decision anyway.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise we download the data and destroy it so they can't get it. But I don't know how
Don't want to
sturdy these
destroy a
are.
relic.
I feel like they're really sturdy and hard to destroy because they're still here.
They're pretty sturdy. They can, like, open up and reveal the map. I shared a picture just for references, but they can close and be easier to move. The top and the bottom, like the legs can close, so they essentially look like this big, like oblong, bulky ass spear when removed from the ground.
Okay. I'll try to
So
pick
can
it up.
we does this have a port? Like, can we download the data first and then we're gonna move it just in case something happens while we're transporting it? We still have the data.
I mean, if we can
Probably
get it
not
onto
a
the
bad
dragon,
idea.
somebody can try to download it while we're moving, and that way we don't stand around where the cult knows where this is.
I
Yeah.
mean, that sounds like more fighting. So
You can definitely download the information.
Listen, I'm a little
before
tapped
taking.
after that fight. I need a break.
Fair.
I went hard.
You did. Yeah, you can definitely download the information as well as take it with you for further study on the Unity station. So that is not a problem. And of course, you have the additional aspect of having the dragon to help carry it to wherever you need to go. But we'll, for the sake of time and because I am being begged, and I know that Felicia does have to unfortunately go to work, we will go ahead and wrap it up here. We will say that you guys are able to take the star map to the Unity station for further studying, which means yay for Zeeg. He gets off the desert planet, at least briefly. And apparently, when you guys get ready to go to the station, there is another adjointed, smaller station, more. I mean, the station itself is already massive, but there's a more disjointed, smaller station that is connected to it within range for like shuttles. And you guys get a message from the Council of Unity themselves. And it simply says, "We have become aware of your proclivities to befriending animals of all shapes and sizes. And as we feel that this would benefit some of you in a more emotional way, as we feel that the future endeavors will be much more difficult, we have thus created the Unity Station 2.0 to house any creatures that you wish to take with you in your future journeys. We have equipped with many different food varieties for carnivores, herbivores, and everywhere else, as well as a dedicated team of animal handlers that are proficient in all animals and will help you grow this quote unquote zoo for your benefit."
Notice me now, senpai.
Which senpai are you trying to get noticing you?
Right?
Nah, Juvia's like, they all gonna notice me now. Overlooked me when we first met? Well, now they're gonna know exactly who I am.
The animal collector.
Yeah, right? Slowly becoming Snow
Brightest
White.
of the petting zoo.
like, as soon as they land, Epsilon is just gonna walk at the head of like the group transporting the dragon to the zoo portion, with just like her arms up. We've conquered the dragon!
I love it.
Like the most proud fucking look on her face of like, we have a dragon. And then just enjoying everyone's like, what the fuck? That's a fucking Krayt Dragon. And she's just like, you're fucking right, it is!
So instead of like a dragon hoarding trophies or like treasure, her dragon, Taryn, is going to hoard stuffies.
He accepts this. He is okay with this.
It gives Juvia a place to put all the excessive stuffies she keeps getting.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
The whole shipment that comes in, she's just gonna like take the crate to the other 2.0 and just like give her dragon stuffies.
I love it.
I don't know what these are, but Mom gave them to me, so I like them.
Yeah, pretty much. That's
It's gonna make
exactly
a
what it
nest-
is.
It's gonna make a nest of stuffies.
It really is. Yeah, he is. But we'll go ahead and call it here for today. And next time we will pick up with what you find within the star map to further your investigation to stopping the Cult of Isaidus and eliminating the threat that they are imposing on the galaxy.